All right. In the interest of building all members' business skills, a different member each week is charged with presenting on a topic of their choosing for a 3-minute business growth section. Today we have the wonderful Joanne Watson as our growth segment person. She said something really cool last week. We're in a Zoom together. There's a bunch of us. She said something really cool, and I've gone, oh, the world needs to know about that. And then it's really relevant to Business at Breakfast, so that makes it extra cool. So lucky you didn't end up having to take over because, you know, you've got the growth spot and you get to have that one all to yourself. So you got 3 minutes, Joe. Take it away.
I won't need that long unless there's lots and lots of questions, but I'm a little bit embarrassed about doing this because this is an oldie, but it's a goodie. It has to be an oldie if I know about it. But it's also good to be reminded about things because sometimes we forget about good things that we used to know about, and it's nice to be reminded. Now, it came up when we were discussing, people were looking for the link to different things for Misty, and Misty always uses the same link. And I said what I did was put a shortcut on my desktop. So, Misty, am I able to share?
Yeah. It should be all there for you.
It says ask host.
Really?
You need to make her a co-host. Yeah, you need to make her a co-host.
I was going to say we had a storm last night, and it threw everything off. So
yeah, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to come today. So our storm that we had last night.
But I'll have to look into it.
Okay. Now will it let? Yep. Now it will let me. Okay. So, that's a con. That's not what I want to do.
Everything blackout. So everything turned off.
Everything's gone a bit weird. Yeah. Okay, let's see if it will let me do this because sometimes it won't let me.
So far, so good. We've got a black screen. Oh, here we go.
A black screen.
Got emails.
Great. Okay. So what I've done in preparation for this is to highlight the Zoom link for this meeting here and copied it. So now if it will let me, can you still see my screen and see my desktop?
Not your desktop yet.
No.
Okay. Sharing's paused. Can I unpause it?
I can probably kick you off it. I can stop you sharing.
It's letting me. Okay.
Reshare again.
Well, it wouldn't let me share my it's not giving me my desktop to share with everybody. Okay, so I won't be able to take you through it visually.
That's right. You just talk us through it, Joe. You can do it. You can talk us through it.
Yeah. Okay, so now that when you copy that link, what you do is go to a spare space on your desktop and to create a shortcut, and you right click on that, and then it, under the menu that you get in the pop-up window, click on new, and then you get an option of folder, shortcut, and a whole heap of other things. So we want to click on shortcut, and then it brings up another screen, and that asks you what's the URL or the actual link that you want. So that's where you paste your link that you have just copied before. And you don't click on browse because that's when you don't know the link and you need to go and browse. So you just click on next, and then it asks you what you want to call the shortcut. And I originally was calling it Business at Breakfast until I worked out Misty uses the same link for all of her stuff. So I now just call it Misty, but you can call it whatever you like. And then you hit click on finish, and then it just gives you a little icon on your desktop, and then it doesn't matter whether you receive the email or not. You can still just get into the meetings with Misty at any time. And that was it. And then people said, oh, I hadn't thought of that. And I thought, well, I hadn't used it for a long time, but I then remembered this, and yeah. So that's my education snippet for today.
Honestly, I didn't even know of that. I didn't even know of that either.
I'm sure Jeff did, and I'm sure Jeff's got thousands of them.
Probably. But yeah, I didn't even know of that. And then I've gone, oh, it means you could probably bookmark it. You could do this with any link. So So yeah, that's a very cool tip. Thank you so much, Joe. I think that's a really cool tip. So there you go. Any meetings that you go to constantly, so anyone who goes to Michelle Cruz's coffee club or wants to, she's got the same
Just
link.
put one up for Michelle's.
You just just bookmark it, or you just turn it into a file straight there on your desktop. I'd say Denise Vargas would have the same for her posting parties. And it's just a matter of you physically writing in your diary exactly, or in your calendar exactly when it's on. Because that's the bit that cracks me up the most is people are always asking me, when's Business at Breakfast on? Okay, I'll tell you again. It's been the same time for 10 years. So like I understand with the time zone change, but ultimately it's been the same time for 10 years. So I find that really funny. All right. Thank you so much, Joe. I think that's an excellent tip. Definitely one we can all use over the course of the year, particularly beginning of the year. And we're just starting to get back out networking again. So yeah, there'll be networking links that'll be the same all year long.